icebreaker. I told you I was going to throw some words at you. So, and just to get your thoughts, and so the audience can kind of understand how you think about a few things. So are you ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. First one, American politics.
Okay, American politics. When I came to Atlanta in 1971, I didn't know shit about politics.
Right.
I'd never been involved. But one of the coolest things that I learned here, you had a Black community that had Black Republicans and Black Democrats, but they got along. T.M. Alexander's, the Alexander family was a big Republican. He was appointed by President Nixon for the HUD. I mean, but it was still a combination of getting along. And when the next president came along and it was a Democrat, whoever was appointed to that, but it was more a camaraderie than it is now.
Got it. So
Which
there's
is
a little
bad. Huh?
It's a little divisive now.
Very.
Yeah. Okay.
Under the current circumstances, I can understand that.
Right. Yeah, I can too. So let's go into our next one. Social media.
You know, I don't know how to turn on a computer, but I know I tell you to tell it to do for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any profiles?
I don't know.
Potentially. Somebody manages that for you. Somebody manages that for you.
Right.
I got you. Okay. Reparation. There's supposed to be an S here, but there was no more space. Reparations.
My thing is, we need to do our own reparation because if we ran our communities the way we should, give you one of my best examples is Pascal's and Chick-fil-A started about the same time.
Yeah.
There are 2 Pascal's and there are 2,000 Chick-fil-A's. What happened? Okay. Started right here in Atlanta. And when I go back, I lived in LA, I lived in Arizona, and I was born in Arkansas. When I look at LA and look at the operations of food or businesses there, I haven't seen that family or that continuous business and growing the business and making it more professional. It doesn't happen. And to me, it's our fault.
Got
it. The one corporation that I would say, and it's the only family in town that I don't know, it's the Bonner Brothers. I think they've done an amazing job. I knew the father when I first moved here, and it was Hunter Street at that time.
Yeah.
I knew him, but I didn't really, after he passed, I never got to know the sons. But what I've seen them do and have done, I think is just the way it should be.
Do you believe in reparations or no?
We have to work through it.
We got to work through it.
Yeah.
That's real. All right. Ice Cube. Did you hear his recent?
No, I don't watch TV and I don't keep up with that.
Okay, so the reason I put Ice Cube in here is he's gotten into a little fire recently for working with the Trump campaign on a number of initiatives that are specifically targeted to help the African American community. And there were some people who were giving him a lot of flack for that on social media. So I didn't know if you had any thoughts about that or not, but I don't want to sway your perspective before you see it.
Okay. I don't have to see it. I think President Trump will do and tell you anything you want to hear. It's the afterward, what's going to happen. When you think about it, he's been sued 4,000 times plus.
Right.
And we still elect him as president. He has been very to women, females, and we still elect him to be our leader. That is not normally the American way. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, and what he has talked about, what he has done for black colleges, I don't know that to be true. I haven't seen any of them with a lot of money that they can rebuild their buildings.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate the answer. All right. This might be my last one. Last one. Money.
What about money?
What do you think of it? Very general question.
Um, well, we have to respect money, and money will respect us if we
Okay.
respect it. And meaning we get money, and then we get, you know, Fucci and Gucci. I
Yeah.
mean, I look at the epidemic that we've just went through.
Yeah.
Right now, in the last 30 days, last 45 days, any day that I go to the airport, there are more black people flying than ever before.
Okay.
Normally, we would have 200,000 people in the airport on a given day.
Right.
Might be uh, 5,000 black people.
Right.
Now you have 10 to 15,000 every day flying. And if you go to Linux, we're lined up. So the money that we received from the government, we went back and gave it to white folks right back. Because if you go to Linux, Phipps, and Shop, you're giving it right back. And I know people say, well, I want a Gucci and I want a Fucci. Bump Gucci and Fucci. You know, I want to have a quality of life
Right.
and a home. Rather than having a home, but I'd rather have a fast car or a pretty car that I can ride around in. So I, you know,
I should have put Gucci here. That's
huh?
one of the words. I should have put Gucci as one of the words.